Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through the process of turning this into this. Now before we get started, I just want to say that this map is going to be inspired by James Cameron's Avatar. And when I say inspired, I mean heavily inspired. We're going to be including everything from the giant trees to the floating Hallelujah Mountains and the entire jungle biome that comes with it. Now with all that being said guys, let's start creating this unique jungle environment. To start off this project, I'm going to be making the underwater biome that is only going to be accessible towards the end of the game. To liven up this biome, I'm going to be adding a variety of plants from the Nature Jungle Gallery and some colourful lighting from the Ambient Gallery. This underwater environment is also extremely similar to the jungle in the film when it's dark. Next, I had to create my own unique landscape. Using these giant rocks, I started to shape my own valleys, rivers, waterfalls and mountains, which all took a grand total of 5 hours to complete. Here you can see me create the different areas where the POIs will go. That grass patch is where the giant tree will be situated. To give the landscape a bit more detail and variety, I decided to add these big grey rocks. Once I had that finished, I started working on blending the waterfalls into the environment. Now that I have all of my landscaping finished, I can start working on creating the different POIs. Here I'm starting to make the base of the giant tree. To build the trunk of the tree, I'm using these circular wooden columns and copy and pasting them all the way up along it. The branches of this tree were by far one of the hardest to complete. I had to use smaller versions of the wooden columns and stretched out jungle trees to make the top look as natural as possible. Once I had the exterior complete, I had to hollow out the interior to make space for the giant spiral staircase rising all the way to the top. At the base of the staircase, I added a decorative piece, some resources that the villagers would have gathered, weapons racks, and an archery range. In the movie, there is a scene where the villagers sleep in hammocks inside the tree, and there is also a place where they can cook their food at the top. I made sure to incorporate all of these details. Finally, all I had left to do was add vines and plant life growing around it. With the giant tree complete, I start working on building the Tree of Souls located in this valley. I used this tree from the Haunted Hills Gallery and decorated with these pink glowing lights from the Ambient Gallery. Using vines, I managed to add some colour to the base of the valley, which really livened it up. To create the huge stone arches above the tree, I used the ring gallery as a template and covered it in these stone props, and then decorated them with more plants and vines. Finally, to finish off the valley, I added stones and trees in random locations. Alright, so far I've made amazing progress, even though it's taken absolutely ages to get this far. But of course, I still have a ton of work to do. With that being said, the next POI on my list is the military style bunker. I used a lot of military gallery props to build this. I gave it a full interior, which includes the link units that they use to transfer their consciousness into an avatar body. To finish off this POI, I copy and pasted in this custom helicopter next to the bunker and added some floor art to bring this location to life. Okay, with all of these POIs finished, it's time to do some more landscaping. Here you can see me adding more detail to the waterfalls with these props. For the jungle covering this map, I'm going to build it from the ground up, starting with these vines, and then placing some rocks and plants in random places. In my opinion, this is when the build truly started to take shape, as I add in these jungle trees and cover the whole island in fog. Some changes also had to be made to the map, as I realised it was slightly too big, which would reduce performance. Now guys, as I go around adding all of these details to the map, it's just being completely transformed from the barren wasteland we had before to a sprawling jungle full of life. With that bit of landscaping finally finished, it's time to build one of the most iconic things from Avatar, which is the Hallelujah Mountains. To construct these floating mountains, I used the same stone props that I used to build the landscape. The vines linking them together also add so much more detail and beauty to them. Here you can just see me doing more landscaping underneath the mountains to finish off that area. In the movie there is also another area called the Tree of Voices, so I made sure to include it. Using the same method I'd used to build the Tree of Souls, I created this new POI. To finish off this map, I'm going to be building Grace's abandoned school. I want to make sure it looks abandoned and run down. To achieve this, I rotated tables and chairs and placed them in random locations to make it look deserted. At the base of the school, I'm also including the skeletal remains of a banshee. The new skeleton props are absolutely perfect for this. Finally, to conclude this map, some last few trees and flora need to be placed. Alright guys, that finishes up the building process. Let's get into the showcase. Alright guys, that concludes this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more of this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching the whole video, it really helps out a lot. Also feel free to follow me on my Instagram or join my Discord server if you ever want to get in a game with me. Both of those links are in the description. That's it for me, see you in the next video.